All right, what is good, my ninjas? Happy Sunday. We are about halfway through the month of December, and I'm going to be dropping a live stream every single day until the new year. All right. And yesterday, for those of you guys who've noticed, I didn't drop a stream, and that's because I was busy getting some things in order so that, I can add a new segment to my channel. I remember a year ago, I told you guys I was going to do a vlog like thing, show, or whatever. Um, called Side Quest Saturdays. All right. And it's basically I was gonna try to parlay $0 into $1 million, however long that's gonna take. Obviously I'm here for the long haul. So, just gear up for all that. And I got kind of carried away yesterday and wasn't able to film a live stream as I was pretty much up until 3 in the morning kind of doing my little side quest, right? So I didn't get home till like 4, and I figured it was already kind of too late to fire up a stream. So, that's why I didn't drop a video yesterday. But without giving anything away, I'm gonna start filming my side quest and showing you guys how I parlayed absolutely nothing to a full out side business, just flipping. And you know what? I'm not gonna give it away. I'll wait for the episode, okay? Um, but basically, in a nutshell, I recruited two of my friends, and we've kind of been doing this together for. Uh, I'm gonna be filming and sorry, 1 second here, guys. I'm gonna be filming the journey and the process to show you um, how you can basically take $0 and start with literally nothing to building a full-fledged business that can potentially turn into millions of dollars later on. All right. Now you don't have to steal like our exact idea, but we hope that it gives you some inspiration to get started on your little side quest or side hustle as well. Okay. And just to give you guys some context, I live in the Vancouver, Canada area. All right. It's one of the most livable cities in the world, but it's also one of the most expensive cities to live in. All right. So with that being said, you know, people make the joke that you need to have two full-time jobs to basically live here. And, while it may be said in tongue in cheek, they're absolutely correct in that because the average rent for a one bedroom is roughly $2,500 to $3,000 depending on the area that you live in. Okay, like basement apartments go for like 15 to $2,000. Okay, which is absolutely insane. And so having a side hustle or two isn't uncommon out here, and sometimes it's honestly quite necessary just to keep your head afloat out here. So I thought it would be a good idea to dedicate this stream on potential side hustles that you can start in your own area and make some extra cash money. All right. And there is literally no excuse to start your own side quest in 2024 and beyond. Okay. With the internet, AI, and you have all these tools and the ability to start with $0. Okay. And you can parlay that into something worthwhile. All right. So in this stream, I'm going to go over the top 5 things I think would be a good side quest to start right away. But before I do that, if you guys are new here, welcome to the stream. My name is Rob Based. I'm a dating and relationship coach, author, and recently turned streamer, I guess. I mean, I'm building a catalog for Asian men every day here to, basically help them with their dating and relationship life because, I get it. The dating market has changed drastically, okay? And the current information can get a little confusing. So I'm going to break all of that down for you guys. And all I ask is you hit the like button on the way out, as it really does help out the channel, and subscribe to get notifications on when I'm going live. And if you do end up getting value from any of these streams, I would be grateful if you can tell a friend about the stream, as it's word of mouth referrals that's going to help my channel grow. All right. And I'm planning to bring some entertaining content to y'all very soon. So stay tuned. Okay. Like I said, it's all a process, but it's in the works. All right. So let's just get into today's stream. I'm going to go over the top 5 things that I think are going to do extremely well as a side quest that can potentially turn into a full-time gig and, You don't have to work your stupid ass job anymore, and you can become fully independent and not report to anyone else but yourself, okay? Because it's good to be your own boss, all right? You have the freedom and work-life balance that most 9 to 5ers don't have, okay? And not on top of that, you get to pursue your passions and get paid for it, okay? Not to mention, women are gonna be extremely impressed with it because women always say they just love a man who can lead, and so, having like a thing going on for yourself kind of says it without saying it, you know what I mean? Plus, there's really no cap on how much you can make. Like the possibilities are extremely endless. It depends on obviously how hard you work and how dedicated you are to the cause, okay? So, the first thing that does really well, and I think it's not going to stop, is digital freelancing. All right. Whether you want to start an agency that specializes in AI or content creation or video editing and graphic design, like you can literally get started without any experience. You don't even have to know what to do or how to do it yourself. You can find other people who can deliver the product. As long as you're going out there and getting clients, you can have a never-ending funnel of business and people who can use your services. Okay. Um, Look, there are tons of local businesses in your area, or even just by searching people online, you can start doing digital freelancing for them. By offering them to work for free in the first month, and then you can convert them to paying clients in month two, and so on. Right, depending on how good of a job you do. And so if you can prove yourself to even just a couple people, you can literally take those testimonials and you can start running ads with it. And you get a constant lead flow of small businesses or even big businesses that are looking for your services. Okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, you have to be extremely motivated. Okay. And you need to want to deliver for your clients and bring in extra money for them. So um, they continue to use your services and so on, right? And all the while, you got to be marketing yourself as a business, right? To have other people work with you. So it's not for the faint of heart, but it is something that I think those who are willing and just starting out, you can do this with little to no experience. All right. Um, Another thing that does well, and this is number two, is online coaching. Okay. This obviously only works if you already have like a skill or service that you're extremely knowledgeable or certified in, right? Such as like a personal trainer or so on. You can basically create workout routines for people and do nutrition coaching or wellness coaching in addition to like their weight training or whatever. And people can make really good money just teaching people how to do that, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be personal training, but like you could be good at, the guitar, right? People even make good money teaching people how to play the guitar online, right? And you can also start a content like business around it as well, but just by posting videos on, teaching people how to play the guitar because like that's something I would love to learn at home. My dad was like fully self-taught guitar player, and um, yeah, it'd be cool to watch videos on people just teaching you how to play the guitar. Also, people in your local area are always looking for that thing as well too, right? And so you can start, charging for lessons and totally doing this on the side to make a little bit of money. Um, so yeah, I mean, you can literally start making money with anything that you're passionate about or that you have a hobby around, right? So for me, I mean, what turned out as I remember I was working a dead end job. I knew I definitely had to change something in order for me to leave that job, right? And so coaching was actually a side gig that I wanted to look into. And obviously it took me years to figure out, but now I'm obviously able to help guys with their dating and their relationship lives because it was something I was passionate about doing as well. And what turned out as a side gig for me, it actually became a full-time hustle, right? I started coaching divorced dads and then getting them back into the dating market, healing and learning all that, stuff. And it was a wild journey for me, all right? And this is why I'm on here trying to expand my reach, but also, to help those who are struggling out here, quote like Asian guys, all right? I know a lot of Asian guys are struggling out there. So a lot of people could benefit from the knowledge that either you provide, and you can package it up in, you know, all kinds of ways, either courses, books, content, or whatever, and you can literally help them with anything. So a lot of people can benefit from the knowledge that you provide, and it's still a very profitable side hustle, I think, right? I know during COVID there was like an influx of online coaches and whatnot, but obviously it weeded itself out. There's a lot of people who tried it and failed, and it wasn't their thing, and so I mean the water is still warm. I would say that you can still make some full time money out there just working part time, and like I said, the possibilities are pretty much endless. All right. And if this is something that you are looking to do, stick to health, wealth, and relationships. All right. And you're going to be on the right path. Remember, like guys are into content that are going to help them get laid or get paid. And obviously, those three categories that I just mentioned, it's going to improve their lives drastically. And there are people willing to pay you money to get them there faster. Okay. Because like you can go far and fast alone, but you can go further with people who are willing to help you. Okay. And like I said, a lot of people are willing to invest in themselves and pay for coaching. Okay. Believe me, I know this. All right. That is number two. So number one is free digital freelance services. Number two is online coaching. All right. The next thing I think is going to do extremely well, obviously, is just investing in real estate. It could definitely take a while trying to figure out or understand the ins and outs of like the whole real estate investment space, but this could literally retire you and make yourself like retire you and your family and make you a multimillionaire in the process, and you begin to create some generational wealth for yourself, um, and your family, like I said. And so there are ways where you can get started with little to no money down. It's a bit harder trying to start from zero. So obviously having some capital will jumpstart you in this side hustle. But one thing that I regret is not getting into it earlier myself, right? So you'll see with this Side Quest Saturday thing that I'm filming, I'm planning to make a dive into it then. But you can literally do this part time and make a full time income from it, with either short term rentals, buying, fixing, and flipping homes, or just playing the long game by just accumulating property as you go and renting to others and becoming a landlord. So there's a lot of different niches you can get into, but I always recommend arming yourself with some knowledge first. Not too much obviously, because like you're gonna get analysis paralysis. And so getting some of the groundwork out of the way is step number one, right? And just figure that out so you can get started. I would recommend, Bigger Pockets is where I get a lot of my information from. Not just listening to their podcast, but going in their forums and reading about stuff. Um, and I really encourage that if you are going to take this seriously, go to your local real estate meetups in your area to network with guys who are already doing this. Okay. um, you can offer to work for someone for free while that person shows you the ropes and kind of teaches you, and you can learn while doing, right? Something I'm a huge fan of, because too many people just like they get overwhelmed and they freeze up and they just don't even act. Okay. And it stops them from doing what they need to do, and even just getting started in general, right? Because they're like, oh yeah, I'll never know as much as the other guy, and like they just lose confidence in it. And once that fire is kind of lit underneath you, like you got to ride that momentum. Okay. And plus, like when you go and work for someone for free, it's a very like low cost barrier to entry to just kind of figure it out if this is not for you, right? It may not be your cup of tea, and it's a good way to find out rather than spending thousands of dollars on your first property and realizing like, shit, what did I do? All right. So definitely look into real estate investment and uh things of that nature, because obviously you can get rich from it, and you can do this part-time without uh you know investing so much of your energy into this as well. Okay. So that's number three. All right. Number four, and I'm gonna do the top 5. Obviously, there's tons more that I can think of, but, um, I just think these are the ones that will do well, like, right away if you start them right away. So the next up that I think that is gonna do really well is, basically just creating a local service business, okay? Whether it's furniture moving or junk removal, dog walking, pressure washing driveways, car detailing. I think this is one way to start something with very low to minimal costs while still being able to do it part time. And it can really turn into a full out business later on. And it could literally take you away from your 9 to 5. There are so many services out there that people just flat out need. It obviously doesn't have to be something fancy or anything like brand new or cutting edge, let's say, right? These are just services that many people go out there to buy because like they need them. And if you have an idea, I would suggest just run with it. Do some research in your area or just think of a service that you use, right? That you can offer to other people by doing it yourself. There's literally tons of videos out there of these small business owners that started out washing out their neighbor's car, or they just started installing people's Christmas lights, and then it turned into this like full out business. And it literally took them away from their 9 to 5, and this is what they do full time. Okay, but the point is just start where you are and with what you have, right? You can literally turn it into something later if you don't end up enjoying what you could switch ideas if you don't end up enjoying what you start out with. So that's the great part, right? The freedom and flexibility to do whatever you want. All right. So that's number 4. The fifth and final thing that I'm going to talk about on the stream is reselling. Okay, you can do this online or in real life, but basically it's just flipping products like clothing, furniture, toys, shoes, electronics, right? You can buy products from online marketplaces like Amazon or eBay or Temu or Alibaba. Like you can literally buy products from these places and then you can resell them in your local market. Or you could put them online doing FBA, or basically, like I said, you could just take it to the streets because there are dudes out there, who literally are millionaires. But they started out flipping couches. Okay, they obviously took that money they made and put it into buying and reselling couches, and then took that money and then started investing into things that made them more money, like obviously flipping houses and shit, right? So people make a crazy living just reselling things. Okay, even shoes, right? Electronics is another thing that you can sell and make an absolute killing, right? And you can do this all from the comfort of your own home. You don't ever have to leave. Obviously you got to meet. If you're doing this in real life, you got to like meet up with people in real life. But if you don't want to do this in your local market, you could just literally put this all on your like store online and stuff like that. But the point is like, you got to know what sells, you got to know how to find deals, and then you got to know the price that people are willing to pay. Okay, and you can make a really profitable business out of knowing just those 3 things. All right, it's going to take a lot of trial and error, but once you find that one product or few products that that are dialed in, and you can really start to see the profits just like roll in because it's so easy to come by. It's just something that people frequently purchase. Okay. So yeah, definitely get into reselling and stuff like that. You'll see a little bit on my side quest Saturday segment when I decide to upload some of those vlogs style type videos. Okay, just to show you guys kind of like how I'm actually doing this right now and figuring this out for myself. Um, Now, a lot of you guys come to this channel for dating and relationship advice, and you're probably wondering, like, what the does this have to do with dating and relationships, right? Well, look, there's a lot of concepts in starting and running a business that transfer over to your dating life. Not to mention, When you're a boss, women just fall into your frame a lot easier. You also don't tolerate low value behavior because you value your time, which helps you fire fast and hire slowly. Something that's extremely valuable when you're trying to find a woman who can add value to your life as opposed to take from it. All right. Starting a side hustle or business helps you understand the importance of personal branding, right? In dating, the image you give out is everything. It attracts your ideal customer, but it also repels those who aren't a fit for your company. Okay. You also learn a lot about sales, persuasion, right? It's about understanding your customer's needs, fulfilling on those needs. Okay. It's kind of like understanding women. And I mean, I could go on and on about why I think you can take a lot of concepts from business and apply it to your dating life. But like I said, you'll never know these things if you're just a regular 9 to 5 guy. And look, there's nothing wrong with having a stable job. It's still respectable. I'm not trying to talk down on those who are content with either being a white collar or even a blue collar worker, right? This is more meant for guys who have some ambition left in them, right? The ones who want to make something of themselves and make that FU money because they don't want to be tied to creating someone else's dream for them. Okay. They'd rather get started on theirs. And so this is, like I said, this is for those who really, really want to get after the things in their life and pursue that type of greatness for themselves so that they can pass on the teachings to their legacy. Okay. So, with all that being said, starting out your side quest journey is something worth talking about on this channel because, like I said, it's definitely going to give you some perspective on how the world operates, which makes you a much more effective leader when it comes to things like the sexual marketplace. Okay. All right, ninjas. I've been rambling a lot here. I try to keep these streams short and sweet, concise, and to the point so that you guys can binge all of the other ones and sort of treat this catalog that I'm creating for free in the month of December as like a mini course. Okay. People pay, thousands of dollars for this stuff, right? Just to be fully aware of kind of like the dating and relationships concepts out there in the dating market, and the current ones I'm saying, right? People pay a lot of money to get this type of information, and I'm just going to be putting it all out there for free. This is everything that I've learned, throughout my whole process, also through coaching other guys through this whole entire thing as well, taking field data reports and interpreting them and updating them as well for 2024 and beyond. All right. So guys, just stay tuned. I'm gonna end the stream here, and I think I've given you guys a lot to think about. And if you ever obviously want to continue the conversation, my DMs are open. You can go look at my Instagram in the comment sections, or you can drop a comment, and obviously I'll reply. All right. So yeah, if you got some value, make sure to hit the like video. Hit the like on the way out, like the video. And I'll see you guys back here, same bat time, same bat channel. All right. Rob Base signing off. Peace, my ninjas.